Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is ScrapMan bringing you another episode of Trailmakers, and today we're going to be doing another common request with the submarine update, and that is to make a car that drives underwater. Not a car that's a submarine, but a car that actually drives on the bottom of the floor as if it was land. Now, there's a few obstacles with this. One obstacle is that the engine power to make it drive on land doesn't work underwater, and the engine power to make it drive underwater doesn't work on land. So we're going to have to make sure that we have both underwater propellers and engines. Okay, so it's going to be really interesting. This is my first time building like a land vehicle somewhat with this kind of cockpit. So I'm curious what the design of this thing is going to look like. So we're going to go ahead and do a time lapse of the first draft of the build of this thing, and then we'll test it out and make some fine adjustments after that and see how fast we can go underwater as compared to land. I think that'll be the interesting comparison to see. Full speed on land versus full speed underwater. We'll see what happens. All right, let's do this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we have our underwater car rover. I use the thin wheels because I figure that they're going to have the least water resistance. They're slim and fast, according to the description. I put a mustache on the front because it fit. Hopefully it doesn't take away from our hydrodynamics or aerodynamics. I think it might, but you know what? I think it's worth it. Totally worth it. So we have 4 Dragon engines in the right behind the cockpit here, and we also have 4 propeller engines. So I'm hoping that it'll give us a decent amount of power both on land and in water. And we have oh, actually, I didn't even add any weight blocks to it because I think this thing is going to be heavy enough. I'm hoping. We'll see. But it is now saved. So let's see how this thing drives on land first. Oh, boy. Okay. It might be a little bit back heavy. The tail definitely wants to swing out a little bit when we turn. But let's go ahead and do... Whoa! No way we're gonna land it. Called it. All right, well, this thing has definitely got some speed. I'm not too sure about its turning capabilities on land, at least. I think it might be way, way too back heavy. It wants to fishtail a lot. Oh, no. Oh, no. Stop. Oh, no, stop. That's not what I want to do yet. I don't want to go underwater. I want to have like a nice gradual kind of drive underwater. But yeah, the land handling, actually, it's not terrible. You know what? It's not terrible. This isn't bad at all. Okay, I was just doing really bad. That's all it was. It wasn't that the vehicle's bad. It's just that I was being a bad driver. Like, you see, we have some decent control. All right, I'm liking this so far. Let's go ahead and turn. Whoop, getting a little bit of air there. Let's go through the, oh. I think it's at the medium speeds that it's actually hardest. Fast speed isn't bad. I mean, we can go around the loop, no problem. This is feeling like a pretty decent vehicle so far. Okay, so over here, we're gonna have a nice gradual, whoa, here's the fish tailing in the grass. We're gonna have a nice gradual decrease in depth into the water so we can actually like do a smooth transition rather than just jumping off of a cliff. All right, here we go. I'm just gonna go full speed, full speed. Oh, this is not as gradual as I thought it was gonna be. Oh, and I realized, uh-oh, this isn't good. And I realized I actually meant to put the what do you call them? The propellers onto my W key. Right now they're on space, which this is not helping us. That was a terrible spot. That was a terrible spot, ScrapMan, to go into the water. So you know what? We're going to choose this spot right here. We're gonna fix our propellers to be W controlled. All right, here we go. So now we should, where is the smooth? Wow, there's like a cliff. Is it always a cliff? I don't want a cliff into the water. I want a nice smooth transition into the water. It looks like we're gonna have to go down a cliff face. Oh boy. This is gonna be difficult then. All right, let's see if we can do this without crashing. All right, well, we're doing good underwater so far. All right. We are extremely slow underwater, and is this new? I don't remember ever seeing one of these things before. But yeah, I am not impressed at our underwater speed. We're at 40 kilometers underwater, max speed right now. I don't even know if we can get back out. Are we even going to be able to get back out of the water? Here, let's find out. Whoa! That surprised me. All right, it may be slow, but it's powerful. All right, let's see. I didn't even pay attention. What's our max speed on land? Not including this, not including the muddy section. Let's go to something with like, is there tarmac on this side? Yeah, there's some like roads and stuff on here somewhere. All right, well, we're at 144, 146, 150, 150. All right, here we go. Max speed 152, 153. 153 about so far. All right, so it seems like the max speed is about 153 on land compared to 40 underwater. So I'm wondering, oh, I don't have any room to replace my Dragon engines with the underwater thruster things. Oh, here, let's repair ourselves. All right. Oh, okay. You know what I'm curious about? I'm gonna switch these propellers back to space because I'm wondering if me pressing W is also angling the front of my vehicle down and slowing me down. So we're at 40 kilometers an hour now. So let's go into build mode. We're changing all the propellers back to space. All right, here we go. We're on space now instead of W. So let's see if this changes anything. Nothing at all. So it looks like our tilt when we're actually in contact with the ground isn't actually affecting our vehicle at all. So we're just really slow. Now let's see what happens if we remove the mustache. If we remove the mustache, does that increase our hydrodynamic capabilities? All right, whoa, oh, okay. If we're not on the ground, we're at like 49, and then if we are on the ground, look at that! The mustache was stealing 2 kilometers an hour from us. That pesky mustache. All right, you know what? I think the lights might also be holding us back a little bit. So I'm gonna take the lights off now. We're gonna see if this makes us go any faster. We're at 42 max. Let's see if we've optimized ourselves anymore. All right, nice soft landing here. Whoa! 47! Lights are not good for aerodynamics, apparently. All right, and you know what? The only other thing that's sticking out that is not aerodynamically blocked or hydrodynamically blocked since we're underwater are these intakes. I would hope that the air intakes wouldn't like affect us too much, but let's see. Wait, I forget, what were we at? What were we at, 47? All right, we're at a 47 max speed without those air intakes. Now we're at 52. Look at this. All right, now there's one more. I think actually there is one more thing. It's the exhaust. Let's take away the exhaust. So these two little things were the last little pesky drag creators. So now let's see. Wait, I forget what we're at. 57, was it? 56, 57? I wasn't paying too much attention. All right, if we break 60, then we know that... Wait, 54. Were we better with the exhaust? Oh no, we're at 50. All right, so we're at 52 with the exhaust, and we got up to 54 without the exhaust. I don't know why I was thinking 57. We're learning a lot about what creates drag and at how much. All right, so let's remove this. See if that was actually creating drag rather than helping us. Now this just looks weird. This looks really weird. So 54 was our max, and now we're at 56. It's like every item that we remove gives us another 2 kilometers an hour. So what is left that is creating some drag that we can remove? I think that might be it so far. So let's see. Now let's start adding some hydrodynamics to this and see if it helps us a little bit. What I'm thinking now is I'm gonna put some of these right on top, because I'm wondering if some of the drag might be coming from like the tops of these things here. So I don't know if this is gonna help us or not, but let's see if this does anything. So 56 was our last max speed. What's this gonna do? That seems to have actually decreased us by 1 kilometer an hour. So let's just confirm if we remove them. Are we back to 56? Yeah, we're back to 56. Okay, so that's not creating drag. The only other area I'm seeing is on the sides of the diving bell here. I'm gonna add an aerodynamic block there. So let's see if this helps us out at all. 56 was the previous. We are now at 57. That added 1 kilometer an hour. Wow, we are actually able to like keep fine tuning this thing, which is unexpected. Oh, and now that I'm actually seeing, now that we got rid of the spoiler, that makes these things useless, which I think might be creating drag. So let's see if we can beat 57 now. 57. Oh, I thought we were gonna beat it. It doesn't look like that made a difference, which is interesting. All right, I think that we may have optimized the shape of this vehicle, like, as much as it can possibly be optimized. The only thing I'm wondering is, like, I don't know if the wheels and the suspension and the turning actually create drag, in which case we'd want to, like, put something in front of them. So you know what? Let's try it. I think that this is going to come at a cost, though. We're going to have to add a lot more weight in order to successfully do this. So I think the weight offset might actually just cancel out the effect, to be honest. But let's just see what happens if we end up putting some more hydrodynamics on here. And I keep interchanging aerodynamic and hydrodynamic because the parts that we're using are technically aerodynamic blocks. It says a large aerodynamic wedge block, a long aerodynamic wedge block. So I keep using aerodynamics because that's identifying the blocks that we're putting on, but technically they are hydrodynamic as well. All right, so this isn't completely blocking the wheels, but it's helping with the suspension and especially this this turning piece here. So let's see if this helps or hurt us. I'm thinking that we're gonna be less than 57 now, to be honest. I don't think this is gonna be helpful to add that weight onto the front, but we'll see what happens. All right, here we go. Oh, I was wrong. I was wrong. We've actually gotten even more, and it actually looks pretty cool, to be honest. So we are up to 60 now. We are up to 60. So there is more potential for this thing. I'm wondering now, the only thing left is the tires are still exposed. So what if we actually put the tires behind some aerodynamic blocks? All right, this is the best I got right here. We just extended it exactly over the tires. So let's see, we're at 60 max. All right, here it goes. Whoa, that is making us bounce like crazy all of a sudden. I wonder if there's an interference. Is it just giving us way too much? Oh, we have a flat tire. That explains that. How did we get a flat tire? All right, let's see if we do this again. Whoa. Is it giving us too much downforce? Is that what's going on here? I didn't think that the aerodynamic blocks were huge when it came to actual... Oh, wait, there we go. We're not bouncing anymore, and we've got 61. So this actually has helped when it doesn't make us do this weird bouncing thing. So here's what I'm gonna do. I think they're just too close to the wheels. So we're just gonna move this out by 1 more block, and I think that might help us. And now I can actually optimize this even further and change these 4 individual pieces into 1 solid piece here. All right, here we go. Hopefully this doesn't make us bounce anymore. All right, we are at 61. 61. So that got us a single kilometer an hour increase in speed. Not a lot, but it's still more. So you know what? We have ourselves an underwater vehicle here, but I don't think I like the front, like, spoiler thing, because now we're not going to be able to get up out of the water. We can no longer wall ride with this thing. In order to wall ride, we need our wheels to be able to touch the wall in front of us. And you'll see that now if we try to do this, it's just, yeah, that's what's going to happen. Oh, but we still managed to get around it, but I don't think that 1 mile or that 1 kilometer an hour is really worth the trouble that we're going through for that. Whoa! What? That is crazy. Apparently the front spoiler is doing like the opposite on land. It's like just, wait, all right, now it's not doing it. Why did that happen? Oh, there it goes. Okay, I'm a little bit confused, so we're just gonna get rid of the front spoiler now. We're gonna go back to the way that we were before. However, instead of having the wedges in here like I did before, I'm gonna have a solid block in there to attach the wheels. And then I'm just gonna put this in the front. So like a little tiny front spoiler. All right, there we go. And now we are no longer lifting up into the air. All right, and into the water we go. Oh, that was a little bit too, that was a little much. We lost our front piece. All right, so now let's see what our speed is with this final adjustment here. So that's unfortunate. The suspension and the steering seem to really have an effect. So actually, I kind of want the suspension and the turning to be blocked. You know what? I think I got the solution. This, I think, still allows our wheels to grip a wall, maybe. And it blocks our suspension somewhat and our steering completely. But the aerodynamic effect might be a little bit weird. So let's just see if we can get past 57. That means that we've done a better job than, oh, wow. 62. Isn't that better than what we had before? Oh, it breaks us. It breaks us. The steering, oh no. Oh, we can't have it. We can't have it the perfect way. We just can't. We can't do that. It breaks the steering, unfortunately. It blocks our steering completely. All right, well, just keeping this center section here has helped out a little bit. We now have 59 as our top speed, which is way better than the 40 that we started off with. So here you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Here is your underwater car. This is the fastest I could get it with 4 underwater propellers. Now let's just make sure, we're gonna confirm that we can still climb up the walls out of the water. We actually have a ways to go to do this. All right, and here we go. Can we do it? It looks like it doesn't interfere with us too much, so I think I'm gonna call this a mission success for the underwater car, and it's also an underwater wall climber for the most part. And now we can just continue on our way to just drive off to the next portion of water. Oh, so much faster on land. Land is so much more fun than the underwater when it comes to actual wheeled vehicles that have to be on a surface. So yeah, let me know what you think. Do you have any advice on how I could have done better to make this go faster underwater? Keep in mind that we do have to use wheels and be in contact with the ground for it to actually be an underwater car that drives on the bottom. Of course, we could go faster if we weren't using the friction of the bottom of the ocean, but that wasn't the point of this one. So leave some suggestions down below on what you'd like to see in future Trailmakers videos. Whether or not it's with the submarine update, I think we played a lot with the submarine update. We've explored it quite a bit, so I'm open to suggestions on all types of vehicles now, both underwater and out of water. And you know what? A multi-vehicle, an all-purpose vehicle might be in the works at some point soon, too. I've been seeing those requests, so you have been seen, just so you know, but I don't know when that's going to come out yet. So make sure you're subscribed if you don't want to miss that. This has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you next time. Bye.